I know it is really annoying when we are struggling hard to improve our 0.5 band score and still we are getting nothing. Means there's no result. And I know you all have already been just scrolling YouTube or some other applications where you can improve your 0.5 band score. So stop doing that, because I have brought some techniques by which you can improve your 0.5 band score. So let's check, are you following these things or not, and why by applying these things you can improve your 0.5 band score. So let's get started the video. The most important thing I want to tell you before starting this video, and that is I'm going to share a bonus tip at the end of the video. So don't forget to watch this video till the end. The very first thing students usually do is, in their speaking section or in their speaking module of IELTS, they usually use those kinds of words which are really very familiar with the people's, individuals, or we can say anyone. Like when you are talking to someone else, like or your interviewer or the one with whom you are practicing, stop using similar words or stop using same words again and again. Go with the synonyms. So we can say, do not repeat word, go with synonyms. Why it is required? Like, why we really need to do this? So the reason behind is, when we repeat the words or when we repeat our sentences, it looks really ugly or it looks really boring, and the examiner or the one who is listening to you will really fed up from you and just think about it like, I know at which band they are. Do not forget, they are the examiners. They know at which level a student is when a student starts speaking. So they already knew your level at the initial stage, but as per the protocols, they have to follow the part 1, part 2 and part 3 sections. So take care of this, that you will do not repeat words, or we can say you will go with synonyms. So let's see how can we find lots of synonyms at Google, and let's go with that. Now here you can see on the screen. Now you need to go to Google Chrome. After that, search any word whose meaning you already know, or you can go with English meaning of, let it be essential. So English meaning of essential. Now you have seen the Google dictionary here, where they have already written the word initial, and as well they have shown that how you can use this word. Like the word essential can be used in the form of adjective or in the form of noun. So here they have already given the way you can use that. Like if we go with the adjective, there is absolutely necessary and extremely important. Like if we talk about essential, the thing by which it can be used or the way you can use it is by showing absolutely necessary thing or by extremely important thing you can go with. Like sometimes we say like the work is really important, that's why I have to take off from my office. So instead of saying the word important, you can replace this word by saying the word essential, significant and much more. They are already given here. You can see at the option where have similar words are written. Like you can use the word crucial, necessary, key, vital, indispensable, needed, required. If you have ever read any online content, so you will be familiar with the words crucial, indispensable basically, and some other words as well. So start using different words. Stop using important. I know you already know the meaning of important, but if you will replace this word, it will look more nice. Like your image will be enhanced and you will look more fluent and a nice vocab having person. So go with that. As I have given you an example, if I'll say I have some important work, or I'll say I have some essential work to do, I can't join you guys. So I hope you're super clear what I mean, but the way of talking or the way of vocab I have used changed my way of personality. So it really very nice to use different vocabularies that will help you out. So the way I have shown you is the way by which you can search out the meanings, and here as well in the form of noun also you can use the word essential. They have also written example at the bottom, like before familiar words and after the meaning of the word. Like we can see in the terms of noun, we only had the bare essentials in the way of equipment. So whenever you find any new word, write down its 2 sample sentences as well, because of which you will be clear like how you can use this word in your daily life. Let me give you one more example. Like here you can see the word indispensable. Let it be I don't know its meaning and I'll go with that. Now select the word indispensable. When you will select it, you will be familiar with this kind of phrase or the page of Google, and they will explain you like indispensable means absolutely necessary, and they have also given example over there like how you can use this word. If you are not still satisfied with the whole meaning and you want to know more, then you can select the word full definition and it will be in front of you like how you can use that, and there will be some synonyms of it as well. I hope it will be clear to you like how you can improve your vocabulary in this way and how you can replace the words like saying some simple words or by repeating the words. It will help you in your writing section as well, because in the writing section we usually go with the similar words and it will look really boring or the second, third class student standard, which is not good, right? So you have to replace these kinds of words if you want to do it. Now what should we do in terms of improving our speaking skills as well as our writing skills? As I have told you earlier as well, then you can replace your words with synonyms. Now the very second step is content. Yes guys, content really matters. It matters a lot to you, like which kind of content you are writing in your samples or while practicing or just while going through exam or on the exam day. The content you write, the marks you will get. Just using synonyms is not sufficient. You have to go with content as well. So how can you practice content? I will also share a video with you. Now let's see that. Before displaying the video, let's discuss its benefits. Like why we should use that. Like why should we need to change our content or the way of content. We know like I was the academic student, but still I tried a lot to follow the general student rules so that I can improve more in my IELTS exam. In short, I want to say it will be really helpful to you if you will go with content, because the second area where you are mistaking is content. So how you can improve your writing skills or how you can improve your speaking content. Like you are always puzzled like what you should answer at that time. So content is really a great matter which we should focus upon, like what we need to say at that time. So let's see from where we will get content. If you want to find the content, so again you need to go to Google Chrome and then search your question. Let's say you want to ask any question, or you can say if I want to know about my writing skills, so the task 1 or the task 2 you are performing at the time, just search that. I don't know any task right now, I don't have any question of that. So let me write solution of writing task 2, book number 4, IELTS Cambridge, and just search it. Here you will get some websites where you can get samples answers over there, and that will really benefit you. Let's go with the first site first. Okay, the question is here. Okay, now the site is open. The site name is IELTS material over here, and the question is, some people prefer to spend their lives doing the same things and avoiding changes. Others, however, think that change is always a good thing. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So now what you can say, let's think about it first. Initially, don't go with the samples directly. You need to think about it first, like how much you really know about this topic, and after that only, when you are done with your thinking and you have no more content for that, then go with the Google. So here I have found the answer, and it is clearly written, it is a band 8 sample answer. But do not trust it, because most probably the maximum sites are written, maximum site content is written by students only. So don't go with that. Just pick out some words or pick out some fixed lines which you can get from there and just cut and paste it into your text. I'm not saying that go and just paste everything. I'm saying some specific fixed lines which you can do. Now you have seen many people prefer their daily routine, with others always look for change as they believe the change would bring some benefits. In my opinion, I would agree with the latter point of view. How you can start your second paragraph, here it is. On the other hand, don't forget for the comma. On the other hand, there are several reasons why some people want to stick to their routine. Now, initially, the student is going to explain his first point of view, like why people want to stick with their routine, and in the second paragraph, he will explain like why they want some changes, or maybe he will explain what are the disadvantages of being or changing their schedule or just sticking to their schedule. It totally depends upon the person how he or she wants to write the passage. Now let's read out. There are several reasons why some people want to stick to the routine. Firstly, they are passionate about what they do every day. Here you can pick the word passionate. I know we already know the word passionate, but still, when you will write this word, you will be familiar or you will be clear that soon you have to use this word in your daily life. Start grabbing words. Start picking words from the passages so that you can implement those on your life or in your life. Because when you will implement, then only you are going to learn those words. Otherwise, no one can help you to learn vocabularies. I hope you are clear what I want to say to you. Now, at the very next, they have given example. For example, street artists in Vietnam love creating colorful artworks in public. Secondly, some people have merely adopted the word merely. You can say merely, you can say rarely, or other words as well. I am going to share one more nice thing with you. If you know this trick, that is very nice. If you don't know, then you can go with that. The word merely, I am going to select this word merely like this, and here you can go or select the word define. If you don't know its meaning, then you can do like this, and the meaning of the word merely, you will get it, and you need not to go and open the new tab and then search the same way. I have got the word merely, so here the meaning is, here the word merely is used in the terms of adverb, and like that, only, purely, solely means alone, we can say, simply, entirely, just, but. Means in these kind of sense you can use the word merely on. Now if I'll back, then I'll reach to the same page from where I just jumped onto the merely page. Adoptive fear, uncertainty. You can also use the word uncertainty. This is also a nice word. Here, when you will read the whole content, at the end you can say in conclusion. I would like to tell you one thing, guys. If you are an academic student, then it is super good to you that you can use the word in conclusion and comma. But if you are not an academic student, then please do not write in conclusion. Start replacing your words or your fixed sentences. They are really, it has a great demand, and you have to replace these words, because they are the words which academic students also use. So what is the difference between an academic student and the general student if they both use same kind of word? So for this general student, I would like to say you that stop using on the other hand, stop using in conclusion. You can use these words if you are not clear, or if you are not able to remember like what else you can use instead of these. But if you know other words or other fixed sentences, then replace these words, because they are super simple and academic students are using these words, so it will give you no mark, no extra mark. So that means you have same band as of the academic band. So this is the reason, basic reason why usually academic and the general students think why general is more difficult, because academic is already. Now what else you can do? Now you can just go back. If you are done with its reading, you have got much content over there, you have also wrote some vocabularies as well. Now what you can do? Now you can do is you just visit to another website and read their samples as well. Now do this thing with 5 other websites as well. Let's say if you get one word from each website, so how many words you have learned today? You have learned 5 new words which you can use regularly in your daily life as well in your writing and speaking section, which will definitely enhance your speaking as well, improving improving your vocabulary as well. I hope you got. Now let's go back to let's discuss the third and the bonus step. I know you all were waiting for it, and I hope the previous techniques were also very nice to you, and I hope they will help you out, because those helped me as well. So definitely they will help you as well if you will follow the right way or the way which I have told you. So now let's discuss the bonus step. So what is the bonus step? Bonus step is if you really want to surge your IELTS band score, like either you want to 0.5 or more, then you can go with this step. This is the blast one. Like it can blast to your scores. It will just surge those to the heights, and you will love it. But the problem is it is really difficult to implement, but not for those who are eligible to do it or who practice hard to follow the rules or familiar with it. I know maximum of you are familiar with it, but still it's my job to share this thing with everyone. So here I am. So what is paraphrasing? Honestly speaking, just sharing what is paraphrasing in the single video is really difficult, because it needs pen, pencil, notebook, blackboard, whiteboard, and many things as well. So in the video I'm going to share like the overview of paraphrasing, what it is, and I'll soon tell you like what is paraphrasing and how you can implement it in your writing and the speaking section. If you really want to improve, even I would like to say you this as well, in your reading section there are some sentences or there are some passages which they use in the form of paraphrasing. Listening as well, at the last section, at the fourth section, they use paraphrasing. So that is why some students face trouble in that. But it is easy to understand but difficult to implement. Like you have making or just paraphrasing a sentence is really difficult. But for those who don't know the rules, who don't know how to implement it, but I'll share everything. So let me tell you a short like how you can paraphrase. Let me give you an example to understand what is paraphrasing is. Let's say Mohan gave his notebook to Sohan. So what you can say? What else you can say instead of saying Mohan gives his notebook to Sohan? So the way you will say or the way you represent your answer, this is known as like we can say here. This is also mean the same which I told you earlier. Or the another rule of paraphrasing is do not repeat any word which is from the question. If you are doing paraphrasing, if you are a general student, then you are really not allowed to use any word from the question. So guys, I hope you loved this video. If you loved it, then don't forget to share it with your friends as well, so that they can also get benefit and can improve their band scores. And guys, do not forget, if you still have any doubts related to the topic or something related to study abroad, then you can contact me either by the comments, contact to me on my socials such as Facebook and Instagram. I will share the link in the description section. See you soon. Stay healthy, stay connected. Bye bye. Take care.